Hey everybody, welcome back to Beyond the Bell. This is our very first season 3 episode, and we're really excited to show you guys what we've been working on. So as you can tell by our set, we're doing things a little differently this year, and we actually have 6 student hosts. So a lot of people for us to meet today, but we're really excited to introduce ourselves. So I'm Juliana Kanomis, and I'm a senior at BASA.
Hi, I'm Kaylee Kiek. I'm a senior at Appalachia.
Hi, I'm Tammy Rogers. I'm a senior at BASA.
Hi, I'm Colt Kendall, and I'm a senior at BASA.
Hey, I'm CJ Reyes, and I'm a senior at Appalachia.
Hi, my name is Angela Javi, and I'm a senior at Appalachia.
So, Angela, tell us about yourself and where you came from.
So I was born in Alabama, but I didn't live there very long. I ended up moving to Athens, and then I moved to Winder.
Nice.
Dope.
That's so cool.
So I was originally born in Rochester, New York.
Oh, wow.
My family moved down here when I was just a little kid. We lived in Gwinnett County for a long time, and then moved to Barrow 3 years ago. So.
Do you remember much of living in New York?
No, I moved here when I was like 1 year old.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Do you ever want to go back?
I go back for vacation here and
nice.
there. I'm actually going back up in December.
Oh, that's really exciting.
Visiting family, so
Nice.
it should be dope.
I know some people, they go back to their hometowns for, to visit certain things. Is there, certain stuff that you want to go back to whenever you do?
Yeah, so the food culture there is really good. They kind of have a really unhealthy food culture. There's a thing called a garbage plate, and it's essentially just like home fries and max out, and then you put burgers on top, just the patties, and then a meat sauce, and then mustard and onions, and you get a roll of bread. And so when you finish it, you take the bread and scoop up everything. And I like my family too, so you know.
Right. The sandwich and then the family. Yeah.
Right.
All right. It's kind of similar, or less for why we moved and everything. But I was born in North Carolina, and then I moved to South Carolina, and afterwards California, and I lived there for a little bit, and then I moved to Gwinnett too for a while, and not too long ago I moved into Barrow as well.
What part of Gwinnett did you live in?
Dude, I was 6. I have no clue. I went to an elementary school over there, and I left before I got out of that elementary school. So I have been in Barrow a little bit longer.
Okay. I came from Maryland about 5 years ago. So I've been in Barrow County since 5th grade, and I've gone to Kennedy, CFIT, and now BASA.
Cool. I grew up here, boring kind of. But I grew up all in Gwinnett. I moved from different parts of Gwinnett here and there for elementary school, and then I went to one specific school for middle school, and then I transferred over to Westside Middle School for 7th and 8th, and now I'm at Appalachia. So
Nice. Yeah. I was born in Winder and raised in Winder. Quite literally same house my whole life. So that's been, honestly, I really like it. But when I was in 1st grade, my mom got a job in another school district. So then I left Bethlehem Elementary School and went there for 6 years. And a really close friend of mine was telling me about BASA, and it sounded really cool. And the school I used to go to is very sports focused. So I applied and I got in, and now I'm here. So, and it's really interesting, living so close to where I go to school now, because for so long that wasn't the case. It was 30 minutes away. So yeah, I've had a really great time in Barrow.
Okay, so you guys kind of already talked about this a little bit, but how'd you get to the school you're at right now? What's your experiences like? What's been the most memorable and enjoyable thing for you guys?
I'll go first. So I think my most memorable thing about being at BASA, well, first I got in here because of CFIT. I did CFIT for 6th and 7th grade and came to BASA from 8th until now. I think my most memorable experience has definitely been 10th grade. I took dual enrollment classes that Sims and BASA offers, and that was a really good time. And I made a lot of friends, so yeah.
cool. I went to Westside, so then I transferred over to Appalachia. But probably my most memorable thing would probably be freshman year, kind of going in, because I started marching band at the high school, and it was really fun meeting everybody and experiencing all those things. And I'm so happy to kind of have that for all 4 years, so because it's kind of ending now, and I'm so sad, but it's so fun. So
Yeah, we are all seniors, so it's kind of weird. It's like, this is it, you know?
It's almost bittersweet.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
really.
But, you know, for me, my old school was really competitive, and it just wasn't really a great environment for me. So when my friend had told me about BASA, you know, I thought, well, might as well just apply and see what happens. And I did, and I remember walking in my first day of freshman year, not knowing anyone. I was terrified. I had an anxious stomach ache the whole day. But it really has been great to make the connections that I do and have the opportunities that I do. Like, even working on this podcast project has been really great. So I'm really happy that I made that decision, because I could have stayed at that school. But, you know, it's almost like you wonder how different you would have been if you would have stayed where you were. So
I was actually talking to a friend about that, like about coming into this high school originally, because you were there freshman year. We met freshman year, so yeah. But 8th grade was like the complete opposite for me. So ending 8th grade, because I went to CFIT, and after CFIT we had 8th grade over here at Bass already, so we were like kind of like just isolated from the high school and kind of just, but it wasn't really like how the middle school was either. So it was like a blend between the two. And it kind of made it like a weird bridge between the two. But that really eased it up for freshman year too. Because like freshman year, I don't know a single person in our class that was like actually nervous if they like went to BASA for 8th grade.
yeah. Well, that's the other thing, is that BASA, we don't anymore, but we used to have an 8th grade. And so I came in, everybody kind of already knew each other. So that was also kind of another level on the nerves, was like, you know, most high schools freshman year, like, you're going in meeting everybody for the first time. But, you know, unfortunately for me, that wasn't the case. But it also meant, like, when I came and I met people, they were able to introduce me to other people. So it really wasn't that hard to make good friends, because, you know, everyone was kind of already friends. And, okay, this one person talked to me, so I guess you're my best friend now. Please introduce me to people. And that's, you know, kind of how it went. And I think people are really friendly here and very, like, inclusive. So that really did help, the people who, you know, reached out to me and kind of got me set up, I guess. I don't know if that's the right word, but, you know, it made it a lot easier to build a community.
For me, like, that was like the complete opposite. Like, I was told to stay with my friend group and like stay with like the people that I had, which like caused me to like be like away from everyone else, because I made a lot more friends like sophomore and junior year. And like it's like, you know when somebody tells you like stay in your clique and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and then you like stay so close, and then when y'all have eventually a fallout, it's like, what do I do now? Kind of that was kind of my freshman year.
Yeah. Friendship fallouts are really hard. I don't know if this is the case at Appalachia, but I know at BASA, one thing I've always appreciated is it feels like everybody is friends with everybody, sort of thing. Like, there's friend groups, but they kind of intermingle a lot. So it's like someone will name drop someone, like someone that they know, and you're like, whoa, you know that person? Like, it's totally two people you would never expect to be friends that like totally are. I don't know how that is at Appalachia, but that's one thing I always appreciate about BASA, is that I feel like there's a lot of crossover there.
I would argue it's about the same at Appalachia. And this is my 3rd year there, and I kind of just showed up midway through freshman year.
You did.
And,
Oh, man, so you had it worse than I did.
I guess.
He just popped up out of nowhere in PE.
Yeah, and
really did.
you know, it was a very lonely first day. Randomly at lunch, I just kind of sat with this kid, and coincidentally, he had 4th period with me after lunch. So him and I actually got to be pretty close, and I met a lot of his good friends, and now me and his good friends are good friends. So that's just kind of how it worked out, and I know a ton of people. I'm very loud.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Sorry,
I never knew.
It's hard to miss me sometimes, I think, but yeah, it was pretty easy to fall into place at Appalachia, I think.
Yeah, totally.
I guess my favorite moment of high school is kind of like a bittersweet moment. It's watching all of my upperclassmen friends graduate. Like, it's sad, but like when I met them, they were just like, oh, I'm ready to graduate. And most of the people that I met, they were like sophomores, juniors. But seeing them walk the stage was like a really proud moment. one person that I met my sophomore year was actually valedictorian, and I cheered for her, like, through the screen. Like, I was yelling and screaming. Like, I was so proud of her because the day she told me that she was third in class, I was just like, you're going to make it. And she didn't believe her. And when she found out that she was valedictorian, I congratulated her, and I was just like, I'm so proud of you, and I'm so happy for you. And now she's at UGA.
That's so sweet.
I know who that is.
Everyone
I don't
knows
know who
Kaylee.
this is.
Same school.
I know it's kind of weird that it's like now we're those people. You know what I mean? It's like
Posting comic
By
books on
the-
their Instagram stories.
like by the end of this year, it's like, we're gone. And it's like, those underclassmen friends are having to experience the same thing that we did when, our friends graduated. So
Completely wrong for me. I don't think I know a single underclassman.
I know a couple.
Not at all. I think I've been so completely removed because I'm not on campus ever. So it's like
You only have one class period.
I have one class period and it's all seniors. So I don't think I know any underclassmen.
See, all the underclassmen that I know of are from marching band at my school, or it's either my brother, which he's a freshman at Appalachia now. So
Yeah, I see him every day.
I know.
he's pretty funny.
He likes to intermingle with all the upperclassmen kids, and he thinks he's.
My little sister
really
does the
cool.
exact same thing.
Yeah, my younger brother goes to Bassett now too. And he actually transferred from the same school I did. And I remember we were stressing out so much when waiting for whether he got in or not, like that whole letter and stuff to come back. So it's been really great because, the only time we ever got to be in school together was when he was in pre-K and I was in second grade, because the way my other school system worked is they would split up all the grades and stuff. So I'm just really glad that we get to do high school together, which if he didn't get in, we wouldn't have been able to. So yeah, that's been really nice. But yeah, I think most of the underclassmen I've met has been through extracurricular stuff. Right. Yeah, because I know you said, marching band? Yeah. I think most of the people I've met have been from drama stuff, because that's mainly what I do outside of class. Right. Well, I guess technically in class, because actually at Bassett they have drama classes where you do the shows that at typical high schools you would do after school. So that's been really fun. You kind of get to spend every day together.
Because my credits got messed up when I moved from Gwinnett to here, I ended up having to take 9th grade literature last year. And so I made
Last year? Oh, I'm sure you made
I made some pretty good friends that are now sophomores. I'm actually gonna go hang out with one of them tomorrow. But yeah, it's definitely I've met them through extracurriculars in my one class. So
Your single class, wow.
yeah.
9th grade literature and 11th grade is absolutely insane.
Well, you gotta. I have 1.5 credits for it now. So
Well, it worked out, right? Yeah.
yeah.
If you made all those friends and stuff.
Gonna go get brunch with my boy. So. So I think one of the best things with Appalachia too is just the sheer abundance of extracurriculars. I'm only just now getting into doing them. Oops.
I was the same way too.
Yeah. And
Yeah, you're joining what again?
International Club? Oh, DECA?
No.
Well,
Yes.
Technically, I was in DECA last year.
Okay, but then you dropped out and now you're getting back in.
Anyways, this is my 3rd year doing cross country, and cross country is actually a ton of fun. Well, maybe not the running part, but
Isn't
the
that the whole
talking to
point?
people is great. A lot of my best friends run cross country, and some of my best memories just come from doing things like the haunted trail that we put on, or we used to go to Jekyll Island, and that was a blast. So
Yeah, I totally agree with you. A lot of my memories are from extracurriculars, especially this year. I'm trying to make this like a memory-filled year since it's senior year, stuff like that. So I'm just in almost everything I could have possibly joined, with skills and DECA and marching band, and then there's thespians and all the other clubs I'm in. So
Oh, you're a thespian?
yes.
Me too. Yeah. Yeah, because I do drama. I saw your face. But yeah, for me, I kind of transferred to BASA for the drama program, and then I didn't do it until junior year. And part of me, like, I don't really know why I waited that long, but I think also part of me was I was really scared because, like, our group of drama kids are so talented. And I was just kind of like, everyone's already friends and so close. And, I was just really nervous. But then I did Little Women fall semester junior year. And, like, they are so nice. Like, they're some of the nicest people I've ever met. And so it's kind of like, man, like, I waited that long, just for me to get there, and it was really great. So part of me does wish I would have gotten involved sooner, but I also started doing Beta Club junior year too, and that's been really great, just to like help out in the community and stuff.
A lot of my extracurriculars I've been like blindly going into this year because I've been in a desperate search to get other stuff. Because like and I've talked about it with Angela, Skills USA. I still don't really know what it is, but I've just started showing up and going to the stuff now.
Aren't you an officer?
I am an officer.
Wait, hold on, pause.
I am.
You're a Skills USA officer and you don't know what Skills USA is?
Because I've finished all of the AVTF stuff in like 1 year. I finished all the AVTF classes in 1 year. And so when our last AVTF class, like teacher left, I was already like very familiar with the field. And so I met the new one pretty easily. And he just recommended, he's like, hey, you've already done all this stuff. You can just come join and do the officer training if you want. And so now I'm an officer in Skills USA. And I've slowly been figuring out what it is.
Wow.
That is hilarious. How did you even end up being an officer then?
He just kind of offered it.
Oh, and you were just like, okay.
But they don't make you take like a test or nothing?
No, it wasn't a test. We had to do, so like I disappeared last Thursday because they had like an officer teamwork training session or whatever.
Yeah, it was so much fun.
Oh, you're an officer too?
Yeah. But I went for DECA though.
Oh,
DECA
okay.
had their officers.
Me and Kaylee are both officers for Skills USA Appalachia.
Yeah, but so that was fun to do, but I like it had nothing to do with the training session we did because I mean, you guys, I don't know if did you guys go to the same training session of this that was like the ropes course and everything? Yeah, that doesn't really have anything to do with AVTF. So it was like it didn't really tell me anything about Skills USA, but I do think it helped build a community. I take it back. I do know underclassmen. I met them in Skills USA. So
Full circle moment.
yeah. But yeah, so it did. I do think it does help build up like the community and actually knowing like what I'm doing a little more. But a lot of my other extracurricular stuff has been work-based learning, and through all the other film stuff that I've been doing like that and running the theater. That's where a lot of my extra time is going when it's not Skills USA now.
Yeah, I know we're all in work-based learning. That's how we got
Wow.
those internship positions. Wow, guys, we're all in work-based learning. What a coincidence. That's so crazy. So, like, how has that been for you guys? Like, working on all the projects and stuff, and, like, how did you get this internship?
Well, I flew a freaking drone, so. No. So I had a marketing class, ironically, with Kaylee, and my teacher was just like, "Hey, do you want to do this?" And I was like,
No.
"Yeah, sure."
Okay, no. What happened was,
Here we go.
okay, the head of communications department, Miss Bowles, came to our class and did a whole basically like marketing thing for us, and basically like showed us what they did for the school system and stuff like that. And then I guess our teacher and her started like get to talking and stuff like that. And they said they had interviews for students that were interested in it, and so our teacher recommended CJ and I, and we both got the interview.
Oh, so y'all got pulled in, like, at the same time.
Yeah, we
Oh,
did.
that's so cool.
How I got this internship was really funny. It was actually for a class grade. We had to do like a mock interview. That's a part of the AVTF curriculum. You got to do it. Well, I got Miss Deaton, and I panicked with what job I was interviewing because I did not do any research whatsoever. And I was like, I'm here for the editing job. And then it just kind of easily just kind of happened. And then she was like, do you want to do an internship with Sims? And I was like, yes, I would love to. And then like a week later I met Jackson, and then I was just getting showed around the Sims, the studio, the pack.
So wait, did you even get interviewed?
Oh, that was my interview.
Oh.
The mock interview for a grade.
Wow.
See, she interviewed me for that exact same thing, and she's like, "You should do work-based learning." And then the next year, she's like, "I knew you would get a work-based learning job."
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What about you, Tamia? How'd you end up?
I got this because me and Mr. Mack. So I did work-based learning in summer of sophomore year, and so I already had like an extra credit underneath me, and so I said, okay, well, instead of doing another like an extra elective or something and wasting my time, I'd do work-based learning. And so me and Mr. Mack looked at a work-based learning internship for the city of Winder actually, and they never ended up getting back to me and stuff. And so I decided to go with this, and he said just to see how I liked it and stuff. And then he explained like I'd be doing communications, and then I got to talk to Ms. Valles and Jackson as well. And yeah, now we're here, guys, and I love it. And I do all the planning, kind of the marketing stuff, flyers, stuff like that.
Yeah, she's
designing.
really great with like communications and stuff. Like she mainly handles like emailing people and marketing, like creating graphics and stuff. And she's really great about what she does.
I kind of just showed up. I didn't. Yeah, that's always fun to talk about. How I don't remember why it was that I think I just wanted to do more stuff with filming and cameras, and so I just showed up to Jackson's office one day, and we just kind of like talked. And he was like, "Yeah, just come by a film shoot one day. I'll give you something to do." And a couple film shoots later, and some time, I don't remember how long we worked together, but. Yeah, after not too long after meeting him, we ended up getting closer and working on some more shoots, and through all that, I ended up working on running most of the pack which is the new theater on campus. I don't know because it's Performing Arts Center, but I always forget to call it that.
Yeah, you
it's
just
just
call it
always
the
it's
pack.
just always the pack. So, but yeah, so now I run most of the stuff down there, and I handle events with that. So all you guys get to set up, and then I actually do the technical side of it all.
Oh,
Sometimes.
Do we?
Sometimes.
I have a little bit.
at some point.
I would
Will
love
at
to have
some
some more
point.
help on lights. That'd be amazing.
Hey, I've helped a little bit.
Yeah, we help out with moral
A
support.
teeny weeny bit.
Moral support,
We'll
yeah.
get there. We'll get there.
Don't worry.
Yeah, I know for me, I finished the film pathway sophomore year, and I had a really great time with it. And so I planned for senior year to do an internship at a movie studio in Athens, just to see if this is something I'd want to go into career-wise after high school. But it was a pretty complicated process to figure all that out, and it was really hard to get in contact with it. So Mac, our, I guess, work-based learning coordinator, director, he talked to me. He was like, hey, well, there's a lot of similar work you could do here for Sims if you want to do that. And so maybe we can figure something out with the studio. And I was like, okay. So I showed up, me and Tamia, on our my first day. We went and edited some posters and Sims, and I got to meet Angela and Tamia, and then this is my first time meeting Kaylee actually.
Yeah, actually.
And I met CJ I think like once.
Yeah, like
So-
a couple weeks ago, I think.
Yeah. And so what actually really hooked me in was we had a meeting planning this podcast, and we were talking about ideas and planning out what we can do better in the next season, and it just got me really excited. I was like I want to be a part of this, And so I went to Mac, and I was like, hey, I think I want to stick with this PAC stuff. And he was like, yeah. And so here I am. It was a bit weird coming in late, but I think.
If it makes you feel any better, I didn't meet you three until we all went to the pack that one day.
Really?
Yeah.
That was your first? No
yeah, that
way.
Was, well, obviously I knew you
Oh, yeah.
beforehand, but that was my first time meeting you both, for the first time ever.
I didn't know that. Whoa.
At the beginning of the year?
No, you I'm the first time. Oh yeah.
I was like, there's
you
no
sat
way.
On the
There's
floor.
no way. When
You
we
sat on the floor. You sat on the floor, and I felt bad, and I wanted to get the chair back.
This is our first time being together as a group, so Yeah,
whole
really
gang's here.
exciting. Whole gang is here, because literally I have heard so much, especially about CJ and Kaylee, because I haven't met them. So yeah, it's cool to actually meet you guys for the first time, other than just hearing from other people.
Yeah, I guess it's pretty cool to meet you too.
No, it is weird having a build up to your coworkers because I knew that I would be working with Angela last semester, and that was interesting to keep updates on because every now and then I would hear just like little tidbits from Jackson letting me know that Angela's just like living up in the studio and just editing all day. But I never got to meet her until this semester, so it was like all throughout the second half of last semester and summer. It's just like, oh yeah, Angela will edit it at some point. Like she'll get it done. We're just gonna throw her back in there.
Yeah, I was just kind of here, and then like that was the same thing for me, cause like when I took I just kept hearing Colt this, Colt that. I'm like, who is Colt? Who is this guy? And then like just randomly he pops in the office, and I'm like, who is this guy? And then Jackson says, let's go, Colt, and I'm like,
I mean, hey, I met you last semester at graduation,
meet
though,
at
because
graduation.
I took graduation photos, not thinking that I was gonna get this opportunity. So.
Yeah, last semester I was, to my knowledge, until I knew of Angela, I was working on work-based learning by myself. And then he was like so excited because we had 2 more people join. We had Angela, and then we had one person from Winder Barrow. But the Winder Barrow person ended up dropping it apparently. And so I was like, so I'm just gonna be locked up in a theater with Angela all year. He was like, no. She's gonna be locked up in a different room editing.
Oh, wow.
And so I was like, this is.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
She
So-
was until we saved her.
Yeah.
But none of y'all know I was going to be here. I was just
Yeah, no.
surprise
No, she
edition.
Juliana just showed up one day. And
I
that
did, in
was
fact,
this
show up
was
one
like,
day.
guys.
See, and now I'm here. And, that's what matters. So how has, been working on the podcast and stuff? Like, if any of y'all want to go into some of the work.
it's been amazing.
Amazing. No, I've actually had a lot of fun. I think the most fun I had was designing the thumbnail. For whatever reason, I was so locked in. I was at home working on it. I was like, this is going to be the best freaking thumbnail I've ever made in my life. Just on campus. I don't know why I was that into it, but it's just been really fun to, kind of see the podcast come to life after, we've had, weeks and weeks of planning and, thumbnail designing, kind of step-by-step of how we want the episode to go. And so it's really cool to, actually be here and it's, really happening. We built this set the past couple days. We've been figuring out what we want the set to look like and building it and stuff. And that's been really cool.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. I think my favorite part of the podcast and what really set me on this podcast was building the set, because we had made a whole diagram and drawing and everything for it, and then actually putting it to life and stuff was really cool.
So speaking of moving on, what do you guys we have a lot of the year left, obviously, but then it is also our last year. So what are we looking forward to this year, and then past this year as we move on from high school?
I'll say what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to at the end of the year. I know last year Beta Club did a kiss a senior goodbye. You gift a senior Hershey Kisses and all these other little gifts and stuff. So I'm really excited for the end of the year activities. And then we have I know we do Bass a Bash and stuff like that. So really excited for those.
I think I'm pretty excited for homecoming and prom, which is pretty rare for me, but I feel like those dances are really fun if you go with the right people. And if you're just not embarrassed about it, and it's also it's our last homecoming and prom. I just think it's fun, dressing up nice and going and hanging out with your friends and stuff. So I'm excited about that. And also graduating, obviously.
Yeah, I'm just ready to be done.
Actually, I feel like I'm almost there's a weird part where it's the past over 12 years of our lives has been building up to us graduating, and it's oh shoot, we're here, this is it. So it's also that's kind of it's kind of nerve-wracking to be after this it's whatever, it's whatever you want to do. So
Control your own destiny, and that's terrifying.
Something that I'm really excited for, not just graduation, because you guys know I really want to graduate. I'm done. But one thing that I'm really excited for is my last state conference with skills, because third year, haven't placed. I'm gonna place this year. Trust.
yes, you
I believe
will.
in you.
We're all gonna place.
Yes, I'm
Watch
gonna
it.
place this year, because considering on how bad I did last year. But I'm just really excited to go back to Atlanta, compete for my last time, and then just enjoy those final moments, because it was really the ceiling point for me with skills and kind of what I wanted to continue on with. And so I I want to have that like wraparound moment where I just
Like full
I started
circle.
off and ended off. Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely say I'm excited about towards, I guess it's more towards the end, or like spring semester is when everything really starts up. But I'm excited for like all the end of year stuff, like skills, comp. I might go to DECA depending, competition, and then like stuff like that. And then like marching band's almost over for me, so like marching band banquet and stuff like that. And then like graduation and stuff. Like I'm really excited kind of towards the end of the year, because that's when everything's really gonna get like be real, I guess, for me. And that's really when it's gonna be like, wow, like I've gone through this for 4 years now, and it's like my last moment, so I might as well enjoy it. So
I think the moment that it's probably going to hit me is when they hand us our cap and gowns.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I think that's the moment where I'm just going
I'm
to
gonna
be
be
like,
graduated, sitting at home, be like, oh wow, I'm
I'm
done.
an adult now. I'm an adult now and I have responsibilities.
I'm definitely looking forward to prom too. Last year I wore a top hat, so I kind of
Oh
gotta.
wow.
him and his whole friend group.
My friends wore lederhosen. We gotta outdo ourselves this year, so I think we can. It'll be pretty fun.
So is there anything else we're looking forward to, or is that kind of?
Dude, I have no clue.
I like this job.
Yeah. Hey, honestly, I get excited for when second period ends and I can go work for this and hang out with you guys.
I love just driving down 316 after third period. It's just like a 15-minute just like get right in the head moment. And I just listen to my music and it's great.
That's how I am driving from work to school.
Yeah.
It's a very peaceful drive.
It is.
Yeah, what are our like plans for college and stuff? I know me, I literally just this weekend applied to UNG, so hopefully we get in, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm really hoping that I do, but luckily I applied to the Oconee campus, which you don't have to do Common App for, which was great. So I didn't have to write an essay or anything. I just put in my information and I was done. So hopefully I hear back soon. It just depends on how long it takes for the school to send over the transcripts and stuff.
What do you want to do at UNG?
Probably film stuff, but you know, I've never been the person who just like knew from when they were a kid like what they're gonna do. So I think even just like knowing that, like just having the confirmation like, yes, I'm going to UNG, hopefully if I get in, then that makes that feel less scary, because like, well, if anything, at least I know where I'm going after high school. So
For me, like, you said you didn't really know what you wanted to do. For me, I've always known that I wanted to be an AVTF. Like, it's always been, like, a part of me. Like, I never wanted to be a doctor. I never wanted to be a lawyer. I don't want to go to law school. It's just been a part of me. And, like, I'm just like, what do I do in this field? Because, like,
yeah.
I've done just about everything.
If I do like go into college and stuff, then it will be for film, because that's the only thing that's like actually. I was going to comment on that too. Actually, I forget that like we're all work-based learning for like film and AVTF. So Juliana was talking about going to school for film, and you were talking about film.
You were like, wow,
and I was
what
like,
a
oh my god, this is crazy.
No
It's like,
way.
guys, shocker, but I'm into film too. If you didn't know, so yeah. But if I go to college, it's like I can't afford college, so I'll need scholarships for it, and so it'd be like. I want to go. SCAD is like the main one, that because it's right there, and I know it's got a great film pathway. That it's campus in Atlanta, which is right next to all the film studios too. So that'll be really fun if I can end up getting in there. And working at the theater is a great thing to put down for that. So yeah. So other than that, like if I don't go into college, it'll probably just be work immediately, because I don't love the idea of college, but you know, if I can get in for the SCAD on scholarships, then might as well.
I'll go next. So I just recently applied to CIA, the Culinary Institution of America, which is a really big culinary school, one of the top culinary schools in New York. And then I just also applied to JWU, which is Johnson Wales University, another culinary school in North Carolina. So I did early action for those. So hopefully by November or December, I'll know if I get into those.
That's so
Yeah.
exciting.
I thought you were going to be a government agent when you said CIA. I was like, whoa, I
She
didn't know
applied
that. That's
to
crazy.
work in the CIA, yes. At 17. Yeah.
Oh, my turn now? So I really want to go to college. My top school is UGA right now, but like applied anywhere yet or anything like that, and I still gotta do a little bit more research. But I also have to take my SAT really soon, so I gotta do all that and then like apply. But I want to go to college for marketing actually.
Oh yeah.
I was really wanting to go for film and stuff like that, and then I took our marketing class at Appalachia, and then I really kind of like liked it, and then I also got into this work-based learning program, and then I was like, actually, I kind of really like this, but I'd want to go more into like the marketing with the social media and like all that stuff. And then I was like, well, if I go for marketing, I could make my minor photography. So I do my own photography and stuff. So, but I'm really excited. So, like, some random thing happened today where my boyfriend came up to me and was also talking about how I could work for his dad for like his food truck business now. So I also might have a job now. But I'm not sure. It was like a right. It was like a random thing. So, but yeah, I really enjoy it. So I think that's what I would want to do.
Yeah, I think the nice thing about this job is you kind of get both. You get both the film and marketing aspects because a lot of what we do is promotion for like Barrow County. Right. So I think you really could go either way, and you're gonna get good experience in this for whatever path you take.
I think, ironically, I'm the only person here that hasn't taken like a AVTF class.
I haven't either.
Oh, you
No,
haven't?
I haven't
Okay.
either, yeah.
So I do a lot of that for my church. And so that's kind of what I want to do full time, is going into that world of AV full time for a church. That was like the most circular thing I've ever said in my life. But I also do my own photography, and I'm looking to go to college for business and do marketing.
Whoa,
Imagine
we're gonna be
that. I know,
twins!
it's crazy.
Just a coinkydink.
Yeah. Yeah, so I really enjoy the marketing world of things. That's why I, decided to come crawling back to DECA.
So, I actually don't really, I want to go into film, but I don't want to go into Atlanta, at least not yet. I don't think I'm ready for that right now. I kind of want to go into, finance and then do something AVTF related as a minor. Unless, I change my mind and I want to go to New York again. But right now I'm kind of set on going to Augusta and potentially doing GFA. Probably going on from there because I could potentially do editing as a side job because it's a really relaxing thing, even though
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think sophomore year I did a short film and I was handling so many different things for that project, and I think it's the most stressed I've ever been in my life. It was insane, but getting to present that final product, knowing how much work went into making it happen was just really rewarding.
Yeah, that's what I always say. It's it's always good to see the raw and uncut footage, but it's even better to see the final.
Mm-hmm. And we won Best Picture, so I take that as a win. It's just that kind of solidified for me that even if it's not the career I go into, because I could see myself going a lot of different directions, it is something I still want to do, even if it's just on the side for fun. But ever since I was a kid, I would make little movies with my cousins. They would come over and be like, okay guys, here's our script, here's what we're filming today. I don't know, I always just thought stories were just so fun and just really important. I think stories is the way as humans we connect with each other. And so I've just always, whatever I go into, I want to be in a way where I can tell those stories to people. And film is a really great way to do that. If you want to see more, go check out our website. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you come back to see more.